Have you ever walked into a room and you instantly felt an energy, either a warmth, like an inviting energy, or maybe even like a energy of something was a little bit icky or not quite right? Have you ever experienced that with a human being? You meet somebody and you instantly like the person or you dislike them, but you have no idea why. Of course, the brain kicks in and then all of a sudden we go on that spiral of the mental mind. But there's no surprises here. Energy is your first language. But today I'm going to show you how to intentionally tap into places, people, and spirit. We're going to go through a really cool process today. But before we do so, I want to hear from you. How have you been enjoying this program so far? What have you remembered or learned that you're going to bring into your day-to-day life? I would love to witness the growth and the expansion. So please feel free to pop it in the chat box and let me know what has been your favorite parts that have popped for you so far. So the truth is, energy never lies, and we have been led to believe that people have to be energetically special to read other people. The truth is, we already are, and we know this. Now, it's a skill set that we have to develop, and the most gifted mediums and energy healers in the world have honed into this skill set. They have made their craft their obsession and got really good at it. But they didn't start off just energetically, amazingly intuitive. No, they've had conditioning as well. So today we're going to really hone in and practice the skill set of scanning and reading, and again, building that muscle of our psychic abilities. So if you've ever felt like you can read people's minds, if you feel people's energy, so you might feel emotional when you're around somebody, if you've ever sensed the whole kind of like strange energy or feelings that have been like heightened in places that you're in, this video is for you. So let's bring in the crafting, honing into the gift so we can start doing it in a way more intentional way. This is going to save so much time for your life. If you were dating somebody, if you were thinking about growing friendships with people or buying a house even. I have a lot of real estate agents that work with me because they do this energy work with buying and selling homes. It is like a game changer. The only difference between a medium and somebody who can read energy is the medium interprets the energy that they are reading. So we're going to get into this further down the track. So let's get into the process of scanning. This is going to be a process where you're going to have your eyes closed. So I highly recommend you go find somewhere comfortable because I'm going to take you through a 3-step process today. Closing your eyes down now. Taking a nice deep breath in, holding for 3 seconds, and then exhaling. Now shifting your awareness to your body. What do you feel? Is your energy calm, tense, or neutral? Don't overthink, just observe. The first thing that comes up is correct. Keep breathing and bringing yourself into deep relaxation, just settling your body and letting all the words drop down around you as you drop your barriers and open your heart. Now I want you to think of a person, someone that you know. Who is the first person that comes to mind? Without questioning it, what's the first energy that you feel from them? Does the energy feel light, heavy, warm, or distant? What is the first thing that comes to mind? What color do you see when you think of them? Can you see a colour around them? Or maybe you see a colour in your third eye. Trust whatever is coming up. No second guessing. Energy is faster than light. Keep breathing. Now just visualize that person and that energy fading away, dissipating into the distance in your mind space. Now I want you to shift your focus into the room that you are sitting in or lying in. Your eyes are still closed. What is the energy in here? Do a scan in front of you, behind you, above you, below you, and side to side. Scan the room. Expand beyond the body. You can even step out of the body, knowing there is a cord tie connected, spirit to human. Can you shift around the body, or maybe you stay still and you just sense the energy of the room? Can you sense any cold spots, any warmth, or any areas that feel different? Just noticing what you notice, and this is a time that you may even pick up on portals. You might even pick up on spirits, or even residue that has been left behind from other people. Just notice what you notice with no judgment, just with awareness. Your brain and body are wired to pick up energy signals 24/7. Your ability to detect shifts in frequency, temperature, and emotional fields is literally natural. This was a God-given gift to you from birth. Alrighty. I want you to start to bring your attention back to the body. From wherever you have drifted, coming back to the body. Alrighty, bringing the attention to behind your eyelids, noticing what you notice. Noticing that you have a body. Noticing the outline of the body. Noticing you have feet that are grounded. Notice where you are lying or sitting. Taking a nice deep breath into the belly. Breathing out the mouth. Bringing full awareness into the body completely. And when you are ready, blinking your eyes open. Welcome back, taking your time. Alrighty. What we sometimes don't realize is we can actually step out of the body and we can start actually moving around the room. And what we realize is we can actually pick up on portals. We can pick up on spirit, on residue. We can literally notice if there is like a shift in temperature, or if something just feels a little bit different. And I remember this time that I had been called to one of my clients' houses because there was a little girl, she was 4 years old, and I was going to say she couldn't sleep, but the truth is she was running around screaming in her sleep. It was like she was stuck in a nightmare. And when I went around to the house, this was the next day, so I'd done some energy clearing, but I wanted to go check the house out to see what was happening. And there was this big, fat portal right next to her bed. And what she'd been doing is she had been running off the end of her bed, running around the lounge, the living area, kind of like screaming and yelling, even though she was in her sleep. And she was just doing the same loop. So when I went in to check the room, right, I did a scan on her. I did an energy clearing and entity clearing all the night before when I'd got the phone call. But when I went that next morning, I wanted to check the house. And the house was at least 100 years old. And it was on some very special land. Okay, so it was ancient land, an ancient house. And as I walked around the room, I felt a temperature change. And I felt an ick, like I felt I don't want to go to that space. We can often feel that with wardrobes or in corners of rooms, but this was bang smack in the middle of the room. And this is the place that the little girl had been avoiding. When I got out my pendulum, it showed to me that there was a really big portal that had been bringing spirit in and out. So this is a little bit more advanced. I go into closing portals and all of that type of stuff in Magnificent Mediumship. So we've covered personal energy, other people's energy, and spaces and places. Now, like I was just talking about before, there's a difference between a ghost and a spirit. A ghost is simply a residue that has been left behind. It's an echo of what was, and a spirit literally can communicate with us and has a consciousness to it. Now, not all spirits know that they have passed away, so they may be actually like going through a loop themselves where they are just thinking that they're hanging out with you, that you're their friend, or maybe they're in a loop of their past, like something that happened many years ago. Now, often we have to do entity clearings and help spirits pass over. This is something that I go deeper into in Magnificent Mediumship as well, entity clearings. But what I really wanted to bring forward to you in this session is to scan yourself personally, check in with other people, and read the room, literally. So I hope you've enjoyed this process. Let me know what came through for you in the comments. And the other thing I wanted to leave you with today, I know this is quite a big video today, is the difference between judgment and awareness. Often when we are reading somebody or reading a room, we go to our brain and we're like, oh my gosh, I am such a judgmental bitch. I can't believe I thought that about this person. Have you ever done that? To find out 3 years later that your instinct the first time was correct, but your mind had come in and called you judgmental. There is a difference between judgment and awareness. And if you meet someone or you have a sense about something, don't doubt it. The moment that you doubt yourself and you feel like you're being judgmental is the moment that you give away your power. So what do I say about this? Awareness has like just an energy. It's just an awareness. It is simply just an energy of knowing and truth. A judgment has a charge. Like, I don't like that person because of A, B, C, and D. That's a judgment. If you just have an awareness that somebody might not be quite an energetic fit, a right fit for you, or no, I don't like that house, right? Then at the end of the day, just go with that. Now, we never buy homes on our mind. We go with the feeling. And so many of us do this. Like I mentioned in one of our very first videos, CEOs, athletes, and all these high-level investors are using their gut instinct for the big deals, not necessarily their mind. If their gut says no, they say no, no matter how good on paper it looks. So don't judge yourself for having awarenesses. Sometimes it is just what it is, and we don't have to go into judgment. We can just trust our gut instinct. So remember, you're always reading energy, but now with this awareness, this conscious awareness that I have made you aware of how to do it, you can do it obviously, and you can do it intuitively, and you can do it consciously. So I'm really excited about this. Now, tomorrow is our last video. It's our last training. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do that. If you haven't commented and shared a little bit of your journey, make sure you do that so I can really see what has shifted for you. And please remember that this program will keep on giving to you. I'm just here to give you the tools to help open you up to your psychic abilities on the next level, of course. So make sure you stay tuned. Tomorrow is a goodie, and I cannot wait to see you. If you haven't shared this video series with someone yet, please feel free to share it with them so they can come on board and receive this magic as well. And I would love for you to share something that you learn with a loved one, because when we are telling people about it, when we're writing things down, when we're sharing and it's being witnessed, we are really anchoring in the knowledge that we're getting rather than just consuming. Like I said, your skill set is super important, and this is how we activate and align, attune, and strengthen those psychic abilities.